Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the author, and you're joining me for the Fast 15. As we normally do about this time, we take no more than about 15 minutes to kind of pause, check up, check in, enjoy an encouraging note from any of the books or audiobooks, have a couple of announcements, and get you on your way. As you know, sometimes when life is lifing, you can't always wait until the end of the day or the very next day or the next appointment. So hopefully this allows you time just to kind of pause and reboot and get a little bit of a reset. I know it helps me, so I hope it helps you. So before we get into our topic for the day, of course, I always try to make sure to acknowledge those that might be going through something. We know even with the holidays, sometimes the holidays can be a negative situation and accentuate, some tough things that are going on with people. So if you're someone you know is going through some type of challenge, it could be physical, it could be mental, it could be spiritual, it could be financial, it could be relationships, things along those lines. If you're someone you know is really going through a legit challenging time, please take time to pause and slow down the moving parts. Please take time to identify what the issues really are. And if it calls for you getting professional help, then get the professional help you need if you have access to it. If it requires you just kind of changing up your routine or your habits or the people you're around, things along those lines, please identify positive ways to get through it. Seriously. And please note that everyone isn't rooting against you. Unfortunately, some are, but it's not everyone. So don't think you are the only person in principle going through a certain type of challenge. What you're going through may be unique to you, but in principle, just don't think you are alone in it. By the same token, there's people going through some positives, in those same realms and more. And of course, you know what you had to be led through in order to get there. So do take time to pause, reflect, celebrate, feed off the positive energy. We know this time of year is celebration time, so don't overdo it. But please make sure you're identifying those positive things as well. So as the light gets a little bit dimmer where I am, that's all right. Our light is still going to shine as brightly as possible. So we're going to go ahead and dive into our topic, which is going to come from 9 Stories of Faith, Volume 1. It's a collection of interviews where people have provided their testimony in regarding how they handle a certain daily challenge that might be going on, what types of things that they're using, whether their family support, changing their way of thinking, but also their faith, and using just best practices in health and wellness to go ahead and push through and get through. So you don't have to do things exactly the way that someone does them, but it lets you know, hey, there are some constructive ways to get through it. So I want to read through the end of chapter 5, which is titled Floyd Mayweather versus Jerry Cooney. We use that as a boxing analogy because Mayweather regarded as one of the best in his weight class and arguably one of the best fighters in recent memory. And Jerry Cooney came with a lot of hype and kind of didn't match the hype. But here it goes. This is a quote we'd like to use from 9 Stories of Faith. Life is what it is. You can't always control what happens, but you can control your response. That is my goal each day, or at least try to do so. When it's all said and done, I'd be more than satisfied if people can say that I met that guy, meaning me. He was a decent guy, he concludes. I like this because even with some moving parts that I'm dealing with and navigating through, it's true, you can't always control what happens, but you can control your response. And it reminds me of a Bible verse of being slow to anger. And now it's easier said than done when you see some things that are taking place. And when things are happening to you, it's not that you're not going to be angry, upset, hurt, or what have you, but you always want to see what you can do to control your response so you get the info you need and then you can respond. So it doesn't mean you can't be emotionless. I'm not saying that. We are emotional entities. We are going to go through it. But when we get too grounded in emotion, then we lose sight of some of the facts, we lose sight of some of the info. It slows us down on the rebuilding process or problem solving process or team building process or just getting perspective. So the challenge I have for me and the challenge I have for you is see if you can just kind of slow your roll just a little bit and get as much. Do the share and exchange as best as possible when it comes, let's say, a conversation, so you can get a little bit more. So it doesn't mean your feelings are not valid, but let's just see what we can do. And of course, he was a decent guy. Just again, especially during this time of year, be kind, be considerate, be respectful. Show a little compassion because you don't know what people are going through. That's just not for the holidays or any day. So that's a great note from Nine Stories of Faith, Volume 1. Make sure to pick it up when you get a chance. You can get it online. Uh, you can also get it from your favorite independent bookstores. And if it's not there, make sure your bookstore orders it and requests it. Okay, a couple of quick announcements before I get back out in this wonderful cold weather where I'm located. Let's see. Shouts to the New Jersey-based creative and performing arts collective Styletainment. They had a great event this past Saturday, December the 13th. Up in Somerset, New Jersey. Their gala recognized women who were breast cancer survivors. And of course, great event, great performances as well, great cause they're supporting, a place called Love, to help provide access for women who are homeless, who are living with breast cancer, to get them access to the health and related support things that are going on. So shouts to Styletainment. Shouts to our friends at Maracas Bar for extending the Funteenth event. So the Funteenth was an event that was scheduled to take place December 15th. What they are doing is extending the collection piece until December 22nd. So items that are being asked for are helping to support Mending the Gap nonprofit. They specifically work with our senior and elderly population. So some things such as winter clothes like hats, scarves, gloves, jackets, paper products, since a number of the people that they work with have support animals, dog and cat food, and a few others. So make sure to check Maracas on the gram, and I'll be posting things as well. So that will be going on through the 22nd. Shouts to the Loganville Conyers chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, who had a great event this past Saturday, the Black Ice Affair, a wonderful day party experience. Proceeds are raised are helping support their ABC2 project, where starting later this week, as well as next week, they will go to some of the Metro Atlanta children's hospitals to donate stuffed animals and other things, providing holiday cheer. We know there's a number of organizations, Tyra Satai with Divas for Dolls, and others that are doing some great work. So try to support, let's say the community things that I'm involved in, but if not, support something in your community that's helping provide some type of uplift, encouragement, empowerment. Those are some of the great themes that take place during the holidays, and we want to make sure to continue that. Pivoting a little bit on the sports end, college football, interesting time. It's bowl game season. College football playoff kicks in the first round this weekend. We also know it's transfer portal time, so it's a lot of moving parts going on. Only thing I'll say to those who are entering the transfer portal, while in a number of instances it's tough to see you leave, we hope that you land at a space where you can continue to grow and flourish. And for the fans out there, look, it's okay to be upset that people are leaving, but let's kind of keep some of the commentary in check. I'm just going to leave it there, but I may dive in on that on another topic in another day. Again, with the holidays, happy Hanukkah to those of you who celebrate. Continue to celebrate strong with this holiday season. Christmas is right around the corner, so Merry Christmas. For those who celebrate Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa, because those are coming up soon. Then, of course, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day is coming up. So please finish up the year on a positive and encouraging and empowering note, and think about things that are a little bit bigger than you. So bigger than me, I'm going to dive back into this cold weather, but all of you guys take very good care. And as I try to say, even though I flip the order around sometimes, whether small or big, a victory is a victory, whether slow or swift, movement is movement. Keep it victorious and keep it moving. Again, take good care. Look forward to seeing you guys real soon. And be safe while you're out and about with the holiday season, holiday party time, all that type of thing. Y'all be careful out there, okay? Take care. Look forward to seeing you soon.